Hey guys, it's me, JoJo. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. In today's story time, I'm going to tell you guys a story about how an 8th grader tried to get me in trouble with the principal for something that I didn't do. But luckily, it backfired and he ended up getting himself in trouble. I figured that this is a story that's worth telling to you guys because I think personally to me, it's a little bit funny. And with that said, let's get on with the video. So today's story time takes place back when I was in 8th grade. Now, for the most part, I was considered to be a pretty decent student by pretty much most of the teachers in the school. I usually don't get myself in trouble that much because, well, like most students around that age, getting in trouble is a big fat no on everyone's list of things to not do at school. Well, apparently, there were some kids at my school that for some reason wanted to cause as much trouble as possible in middle school, which didn't make any sense to me. Like, seriously, out of all the things that you can possibly do at school, why risk getting yourself in trouble? That literally makes no sense. So anyways, there was this kid in the same class as me that was well known for getting into a lot of trouble at school. Let's call him Josh for this story. So me and a couple of my friends just got into our first period class, and as we were about to sit down, Josh showed up to class and he looked pissed, like extremely pissed off. I don't know what happened to him. All I know is that apparently something happened to him earlier that day. I still don't know to this day what got him so pissed off in the first place. That's the crazy part, I suppose. So anyways, he walks over to his desk, and keep in mind, my teacher assigned different seats to some of the kids in the class, including Josh, and apparently my teacher thought that it would be a good idea to assign his seat next to my seat for some reason. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that this was a really bad idea to begin with. So Josh sits down next to me and he puts his head on his desk, and at first I thought to myself, okay, Josh is obviously upset about something and he's lying down on his desk. Maybe if I'm lucky, he won't do anything to me and leave me alone, right? That was my thinking process during the moment. Well, apparently on that particular day, I had the worst luck in fucking existence because for some reason, and mind you, we're about 15 minutes into the class already, I smell something very weird inside the classroom. And can you guys guess where that smell was coming from? Yep, that's right. It was coming from Josh. Now, two ideas instantly came into my head. Either A, for some reason, he doesn't like to take showers, which wouldn't be surprising to me, or even worse, he was smoking weed. We're middle schoolers, meaning that we're all pretty much way too young to be smoking in the first place. So I turned to Josh and I said to him, dude, what the hell are you doing? He turns back to me and says, bro, shut the hell up. And before I have a chance to say anything back to him, the teacher walks up to both of our desks. Apparently, this teacher has some kind of superpower that allows him to hear everything from a 10-mile radius because he was able to hear everything that both me and Josh were saying to each other, despite the fact that we were both literally whispering to each other. Yeah, I know, that doesn't make sense. So anyways, the teacher comes over and asked both of us what we were doing. Also, keep in mind, the entire class is now staring at both of us. Then, Josh opened his stupid mouth, and instead of admitting to being the one at fault for basically smoking weed inside the classroom, he doubles down and said that I was the one that was smoking in the back of the classroom, and he was trying to tell me to stop doing it. I turned my head back to Josh and said, okay, bro, what are you talking about? The smell is literally coming from you. There's still smoke forming around you, and you're trying to put the blame on me for your own dumbass mistake. He says back to me, no, I'm not. Stop lying, you fucking idiot. So afterwards, the teacher basically told both of us to go to the principal's office. I said, sure, no problem. I literally have nothing to hide because I didn't do anything. So we both basically get kicked out of the classroom and make our way over to the principal's office. And as we're walking, Josh looks back at me and gives me a really nasty looking death glare. And I basically just brushed it off because, like, dude, you got caught smoking in the middle of class, right? And when the teacher basically started asking you questions about what you were doing, you thought that your 1000 level IQ play was to try and spin this whole situation to make it seem like I was the one that was smoking in the classroom, even though we both know that's not the case. Dude, fuck off. So we get to the principal's office and he asks both of us, okay, which one of you was smoking in the classroom? Josh gives his version of the story and says how he saw me smoking in the back of the classroom and he tried to stop me. He then says something that was extremely crazy. He tells the principal that apparently I met him outside of school the other day and sold him some weed, which is the reason he had it in the first place. Okay, dude, first of all, I'm considered one of the cleanest motherfuckers on the planet, but only in the sense that I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't take in any drugs whatsoever. Second of all, there are literally security cameras all around, both inside the school and outside of the school. And that's exactly what I said. So I told the principal, okay, that's completely made up. And you want to know how I know that? Because there's literally like 10 to 20 security cameras placed all around both inside and outside of the school. If you want, you can check those cameras to see whether or not that's the case. So the principal asked security to check the security cameras outside of the school, and sure enough, it doesn't show me apparently selling Josh drugs in any of the cameras, to which Josh starts sweating. Like, legitimately, he is sweating bullets in front of the principal because he knows that not only did he get caught smoking, but he was also lying about it. Like, dude, you got caught. Why are you so surprised that apparently things aren't going your way? Because yes, you got caught. And why would you then decide to lie about it? Like, that's gonna get you into even more trouble. And that's exactly what happened. So long story short, the principal told Josh that he was in serious trouble and told both of us to get back to class. And on our way back to class, Josh gave me, once again, a really dumb death glare, to which once again, I just brushed it off because it's like, dude, again, you got caught smoking weed, you try to blame me for it, and when there's actual proof that I didn't try to sell drugs to you, because again, I'm not that person that has drugs. For real, I don't even know where to get drugs in the first place. So, of course, I didn't sell you any drugs, and since there's security cameras that clearly show that I didn't meet you outside of school, like, yeah, don't lie about that. Don't try to blame me because of your dumbass mistake. So anyways, Josh ends up getting 5 days suspension, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't get into any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't use drugs, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Like, dude, I don't sell weed. So anyways, after that whole entire situation, I later on told my friends about the whole situation later on during lunchtime, and we all just started dying laughing. Like, looking back on it, yeah, it was a really, serious thing that could have potentially gotten me in serious trouble, but it was also really funny because you have this dumbass who decided to smoke weed in the middle of class during the morning time, which makes no sense whatsoever, and then tries to blame me for it, despite the fact that I wasn't smoking anything. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story time about how a really dumb 8th grader tried to get me in trouble for something that I didn't do, but it completely backfired in his favor. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the last time that me and Josh had some beef with each other, but I'll save those particular stories for a completely different video. Moral of the story is, don't smoke any weed whatsoever, especially if you're a child. Don't smoke weed, period. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of my video. If you really enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as possibly subscribe, maybe. I mean, I'm not trying to force you, but I'm just saying, if you possibly subscribe to the channel, that would really help. And a link to my Instagram will be placed down in the description below if you want to go check it out. And with that said, this is JoJo, signing out. Peace.